What's up guys, this is Gidas FIFA and welcome to another episode of the Fantasy Premier League. And guess what, we've got some more good news for you, for me in this case, because once again we had good weekend and got good final points, 57 on the trot this week with an average of just 50, so it was quite decent, and it could have been better because, as you can see, Joshua King, he scored a penalty against United and he also got 2 bonus points, so he finished up on a 9, so he could have been in the team quite easily. Other than that, Van Aanholt with 6 points, he got injured, but apparently it's not that serious of an injury, so there's that. Then we've got Llorente, our new signing, on 13 points, very nice. Diego Costa on 18, our captain, and then Romelu Lukaku on 6 points as well. Very, very nice. Overall, it could have been better, could have been worse, so let's do that. So now, the moment we've all been waiting for it, or at least I, because this is the tiny weekend. The tiny weekend, only 4 games this game week, and we do not have any planned, as you can see in the calendar. There are no plans of making up those matches, so it will happen. It will happen definitely. So our policies from now, after this game week, will be to get rid of the players and purchase as many players as we can from the clubs that didn't play here, because they will play more games. How cool is that? And United players especially, because they have missed 2 game weeks as far as I remember, and Southampton as well missed 2 game weeks. So that's something, because they played in the cup final. So that's how I think it should be done in the future. Well, we'll see, of course, how it will end up being. So now to the transfers, and I am going to make a very transfer that I didn't want to make. Let me remind you of what I wanted to do with this team, because we had Phillips, who I wanted to start, and we would basically be missing just on 1 player. I was cool with missing 1 striker in Diego Costa, who would be sitting out on the bench, and we would have a very nice 3-4-2 basically in this scenario, or something like that with points. Only 1 player missing, very, very nice. But now we are forced to get rid of Phillips, because he was supposed to be playing, and buy someone else who hopefully will be playing. And that player is going to be another Swansea player for us. So let's go to let's go to Swansea. It's not gonna be Sigurdsson because sorry guys. It's not gonna be Sigurdsson because I cannot afford him, but it is going to be his friend Leroy Fer, even cheaper than Phillips. And I will tell you why. Because he has better games, worse games, but he's very cheap. He starts, and worst case scenario he will be on the bench. Best case scenario he will be right here, and that's my strategy for this game week, to just play 3 Swansea players, and hopefully at least some of them will get some points. I know Jordi Amat probably won't even play, but you know, what can you do? What can you do? Let's then confirm the transfers and pick my team. Of course, Jakupovic is back in goal. Leroy Fer is going to be here, and then King is going to be here, and Amat is going to be here. There we go. So we basically have a 3-4-2 right now, and if we didn't have the situation with Phillips, he would be easily playing for Leroy Fer, and I would swap, for example, Van Aanholt for someone, would play 4-4-2, easy breezy, lemon squeezy, but unfortunately you cannot predict the injuries. We of course have to change the captain, and that's going to be Romelu Lukaku, and that's going to be my team. A very modest team, but a team that is capable of getting good points. So let's hope that they will actually do that. So let's save this team and proceed to the recommendations for you guys. And I did the tiny weekend recommendations last weekend, so we can of course go back to that episode at the end. So I decided to do players who I would want to have in my team and are not playing this weekend, if that makes any sense at all. So we start with the defender, and that's gonna be Mamadou Sakho, and you might be surprised about that choice, but he is very cheap, just 4.7, and he, as you can see, is playing for Crystal Palace right now. And I know they're having a difficult time, but having, at least on a bench, a player who's not worth a lot and plays regularly and can always be a substitute safely, just like it used to be for me with Jordi Amat, but then he stopped playing. It can happen, and it can be a good player for you guys. So now we'll go, of course, to the midfielders, and that's going to be one of the biggest stars of the Premier League, Eden Hazard. And why I'm picking him here, because I'm planning to actually purchase him. And I know I've got Alexis Sanchez, but I want to get rid of him probably in the next game week, because that's at least of a lost cause at this point. Hazard is bought by almost 30% of the people. He's cheaper, and a lot cheaper than Sanchez. And he will play a double game week at some point, so he might be a good choice for a triple captain for you guys as well. And he had a bit of a rough spell at some point or another, but then, you know, an assist, a goal, an assist, a goal, it goes on and on and on, and I think that Eden Hazard might be a good player for you. And then at striker, we've got Manolo Gabbiadini. He is here for the second time since his transfer to Southampton, but I'm absolutely surprised how quickly he adapted, how many goals he scores. Look at that, in his 3 league games scored 4 goals. He will play 2 double game weeks as far as I remember. So he is definitely someone I would be interested in purchasing, together with someone maybe like Ibra, and basically turn myself towards the future double game weeks, not staying in the single game week lane. So that's going to be the end of the video, guys. Of course, if you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to my channel. You can leave comments in the comment section if you want, and check me out on Twitter. The link will be in the description below. I will see you next week. Bye!